We have now, you can tell from the hat, Daily Drip.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I'm Adam. Josh is somewhere in back, and we founded Daily Drip to help you be a better developer. In the US, there's about 7 million IT, design, and engineering professionals. They all share one common problem. They're heavily pressured to stay on top of their game, while at the same time, they're so busy, it's hard to find time to learn new skills. Luckily for them, the best way to learn is to get exposed to a little bit of content at a time, repeatedly. Daily Drip shows up every day via push notification and email with a bite-sized piece of something awesome. Meet Taylor. Taylor's a software architect and a longtime subscriber to Daily Drip. He knows that since he's a subscriber, he gets access to our full back catalog of over 100 hours of great video on emerging technology, but also every day when the new content's ready for him, he gets notified. So we call those pieces of content a drip, and let's look at this week's drips. This week we're looking at the Elixir programming language, and on Monday we covered the basic Elixir syntax and concepts. Tuesday we covered processing and messages. On Wednesday we covered state management. Today is actually testing with XUnit. And tomorrow we're covering Gen Supervisor and Gen Servers, which is like how you do state management, some other stuff in there, and fault tolerance. Also, every weekend, he gets a brief summary of all the news that happened inside the software development community. This is really great because it lets him know exactly what he needs to know without spending a ton of time. His feedback's been wonderful. Daily Drip has easily been one of the most helpful resources on my journey to better understand Elixir and Phoenix web framework. And Taylor's not alone. We've got a really strong NPS score for only being 12 months in, and we've got over 11,000 hours of content consumed in the last year. Also, our feedback is overwhelmingly positive. We've got decent traction. We've made about 200 grand since launch with about 4,000 free users. We've charged from day one, which is really important to me. And our annual pricing is $199 a seat. We've been averaging 20% month-over-month growth since inception, and we're super happy about that. So when we launched originally, we had a very topical approach. You could pick what topic you wanted and get updates on it every day. With user surveys, we found out that people were actually much more interested in this broad topic or this broad daily approach that we've been taking. So we've done that. 80% of our users said they liked that better, and we did that. And everybody seems really happy with the change of just showing a broad overview of what's happening and what's in emerging tech right now. Additionally, today we're announcing the distillery. This is a place where all of our users can come and suggest what they want to learn about and vote on it. They get a limited number of votes, so we know they're not just voting on everything, right? Like, we know what's actually important to them. And then as those things rise to the top, we'll pick out the best pieces of them, turn that into content, work with experts in that space, so they get to learn exactly what they want. So, if you have a team, if you have a bunch of developers on your team, you definitely need a team account for them. Like, our product's great now. It's very solid. We're really happy with it. And we're raising around to focus on sales and marketing. Also, on a related note, we're looking for a really good ISR. Thanks. We're Daily Drip, and we want to help you be a better developer.
Fantastic. Nice work, Daily Drip. I like the distillery. Questions for Daily Drip?
So how do you go about getting customers? What's your strategy for expanding?
So a ton of our growth has been organic. Like, we get a lot of shares in the community. We've been on the top of Hacker News for a good bit. Also, going forward, we're really looking at enterprise sales and building out an enterprise sales team. Like most groups with a education, or most groups with a development department have an education budget of about 5% of their total development budget. They don't spend that money. They don't know how to spend that money other than sending people to conferences. So we really think there's room for us for there. And a lot of people say, like, Comparison Pluralsight, that people spend money on that kind of stuff, or Treehouse or one of those. We're really in addition to that, and not instead of that, right? I see us as an addition. So I really think that there's room in those budgets for us, and they don't know how to spend it anyway, so we can help them do it, and we can get a really good return on that for them.
Cool. Another question?
So I really like Distillery, but before that kind of launched, how effectively were you able to predict engagement with a piece of content and consistently produce content that was engaged?
Yeah, so before that, the way we were doing it is we actually still have a Slack channel that's a bunch of our customers are in, and we just talk to them every day. Like, they're there. They like talking to us. Developers are on Slack already. So we engage with our customers there a lot, too.
Great. Thank you, Daily Drip.